Brad, unmute yourself. Thank you.
Come on in. Hi.
How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm Sage Wilkinson.
Hi, nice.
Um, Nick, and what's your name?
Mike.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry,
Would you say your name was?
Sage Wilkinson.
Sage.
And I'm with SAD, which is just Advanced Drainage Solutions. And
Okay.
I think that tell me a little bit about your guys' role and what you guys kind of do for the company. And
Yeah, so I'm project manager. I'll be handling the management of the project over there for Mr. Eunice and getting the parking lot added.
perfect.
I'm a commodity manager, so I help with purchasing.
And I'm not a project engineer, so I also help with the project.
Perfect. Do you guys care if I jot down a couple notes during this?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. So do you guys usually work on more than one project at a time, usually bigger projects?
Oh, yeah.
What is kind of the scale of your guys' project?
Yeah, we can work on a little bit of everything, anywhere from 100,000 up to 70, 80, $100 million projects. So we got a good relationship with the owner, so that's why we always like to maintain. And this project is probably on the smaller end of what we do, but we definitely, they said they're a value client of ours, so we want to make sure we're getting some good products and end up with a good project overall for them. So.
And are you guys growing throughout locations and stuff like that around
Yeah.
Nebraska?
Yeah, absolutely. We're kind of growing throughout the Midwest at the moment. So the last few years have been pretty good for us, and even with all the economic issues and inflation, we've still been managed to grow our forces. And Nick just recently hired on with us here in the last couple of years. So
Perfect.
so we're trying to grow the area and put a good team together.
So I'm actually my territory is kind of Nebraska and some other surrounding parts outside of Nebraska, so I can help deal directly through that. And I am from Omaha, so this territory I'm used to. I'm from the Kearney area, so anything you need around the Nebraska area, I'm the person that you would be talking to and stuff like that for SAD.
Okay, fantastic.
So what we kind of talked about previously was the parking lot that was filling with rainwater a little bit and some concerns with flooding and things like that.
Yeah, yep, yeah, we're adding on to the parking lot that's over there, and we have our retention pond over there. Is really about the only way or place we're going to add in. So we got to feel up or see how we can manage that stormwater issue. Make sure we have a nice good quality product. But obviously water is a detriment to anything construction related. So we have to
Especially out there
yeah.
too, that's known as like a flood area too,
Yep.
so
yeah.
we definitely have to watch out for that. But I definitely have some solutions in mind for this that I think would be so we actually have a new line. It's our Storm Tech, and I'll show you a few pictures. Chambers, and these are made out of graphite, and there's greener than most chambers, and but this is the one that I kind of wanted to go over with you guys, the MC 4000. Yep. And this one I wanted to choose because it is bigger, and for that bigger parking lot, you kind of want a bigger chamber to keep all of that water out. And how big is this pond that you or that area that you
Nick,
guys?
what is that?
400 feet long. I don't know. Why.
Yeah, it's probably
Pretty big.
it's probably 100 feet wide, 400 foot long. It's pretty decent sized little retention pond.
And so these can actually also be carried by 2 people on the site, and that is just you take them and you can line them up, and so it's made to reduce that kind of labor and things like that.
So didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
you,
go
but
ahead.
Help me understand how this actually works, because it looks like a
It's a dome.
dome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
kind of an end cap, and these are kind of the center rows, and so we'll kind of map out that area. And we
So
can,
does it just have the sides and the end?
Yep.
I mean, is it open on the bottom or what's the purpose of this? Is it the water?
Or is it like
fills up
two, or is it two halves that go together, or, yeah,
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand.
yep, so you'll have another end group and the water will come out this middle too.
So you're saying the water filters through these ribs? Is that what you're saying, or?
or they connect together, or?
Yep, so they connect together a little.
Okay, because it appears on the drawings here, they're open on the bottom.
Yeah,
Yep, it's almost like a little tunnel through here.
Okay,
so do we have that's kind of like the detention side of it, or? I mean, is there a portion of this that stores some of that stormwater? Say we get like a really big rain like we did a couple years ago, or a few years ago. You know, we overflow that parking lot a little bit. Is there like a discharge pipe that takes any of that overflow, or is there, does it store some of that water?
So do you guys, I didn't have one down, but we definitely have some, and I can definitely double check on that to go with this as well.
Okay. Yeah, because I think that's something we're gonna probably need to look
Mhm,
at, since
definitely.
we're getting rid of some of the storage capacity. We're gonna have to make sure we address that need over there.
so they're identifying outlet manifolds here.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they're starting to fill this up and then
That it
Run.
slowly,
slowly.
like filters out.
Yeah,
So what are some other kind of concerns with the parking lot as well, just that?
I mean, yeah, we want to make sure, you know, since we're taking over some of the other storage capacity, we want to make sure we're covered for that. You know, that we're environmentally safe. I mean, what does this thing take into account as far as you know, any sediments or, you know, fuel or oils or whatever that are in the parking lot that may drain into there?
It also takes that up, but we also do the woven liners that we can put under these chambers. And those are more kind of eco-friendly that will take out and kind of make that soil better to kind of
Okay.
soak up that water and soak up all of those materials that you kind of don't want in that ground. So we can also do that if that's an option, have kind of those woven rows that you would set these on.
Yeah, well,
And those are greener, and those will actually keep this infrastructure a little bit safer too. And not as many repairs or anything done with it at all.
so do you happen to know how deep these are set below the concrete? Looks like
So
the-
you're gonna have your rock down first, and then you're gonna want about 30 inches below the top of it. And you'll want these about 9 inches apart too. From each other.
any structural concerns of these collapsing after we, you know, obviously if we're putting about 30 inches of soil on there. We want to make sure.
30 inches on it.
You'll have these in between, you'll
It looks
cover
like
it
a
up
shallow.
with
I mean,
that.
that's-
Yeah.
And you'll cover it up with that sediment or rock or stone or whatever you guys are planning on doing.
What
as
is it
well.
made out of again, sir?
Resin, I'm not quite sure. I can ask on what type of resin for sure, but I know that they're pretty flexible, they're pretty dense too, but they do have a little bit of that bend for some of that water as well.
I'd be concerned about having heavy loads at the top of it.
Yeah.
There's not much wood there.
We're gonna have to, like I said, once we do or once those get set, you know, bringing in quite a bit of topsoil or soil to bring in structural fill. And then obviously, once we start doing the parking lot, you know, there's gonna be those concrete trucks are. What I don't want to do is run these through there and one of them sinks down and busts it up, and then we're having to stop the pour. So I want to make sure, you know, we take a lot of that into account as we figure out what kind of system we want to roll with here.
And so far, these have gotten great reviews from other projects as well, and none of those collapses have happened so far, and we've had great reviews on this new storm tech, and we have really had.
Have any of them been installed in this area recently?
No, they have not. But I just got to this territory in Kearney, and so I'm just here to kind of fill you guys in on
Yeah,
kind of we have to offer.
is there, even though you might not have anything installed around here, is there any, like in the region that have been installed that maybe we could reach out to and kind of get, an owner and kind of get their feel of how the products work since they've used
Yeah,
it?
in the Omaha area, we worked for a construction company called Sambrera Construction Company, and they really like their products so far, and we've sold them the Stormline one, and they actually went for this one as well, the MC4 500, and they have really had good luck with it.
Okay. Who installs this? Do you guys install it, or do we have to, from a contracting side, do we have to find someone locally to install as part of our
Yeah.
contract?
And as far as on the distribution side, do you have any distributioners that you guys kind of like to use? We are actually a manufacturer, so we don't do direct to you. We usually go through distributors, but we can help you guys find that locally as well. We usually go through a local distributor. I just wanted to ask you if you guys had a preference as well too, or.
In the ideal world, we'd like to purchase direct from the manufacturer.
Well, I mean, we want to be very cost efficient here as well.
Mhm.
So I mean, you're trying to rep our owner, we want to make sure we're cost efficient. So, we're always looking for make sure we're on a good setting with whoever it is.
What value is there in us buying through a distributor?
Well, we don't do direct sales, but you can grow that network, and we usually choose trusty distributioners too. We go in, we talk to them, we can set up a meeting just to make you guys feel comfortable if you guys aren't really used to going through that distributioner. We can kind of go in and talk it all through too and
Sure.
find you.
We're just trying to figure out the value that we get by paying a middleman.
Mhm.
I mean, what's the middleman bring to the table?
I guess anything that you might need as well for this plan too. Let's say that they have a product that we necessarily don't have. That's one more person that you kind of know that has that product as well. And I think that it's a good contact to have on this program.
So say we went through someone like a Win Nelson down here. I mean, do they carry the product on hand? So, say if there is an issue while we're doing the install, I mean, we don't have to wait 2 to 3 weeks to get a piece and delay our schedule, because we got a pretty tight schedule. We got to be done in August. Getting ready for their conference season. So we got to make sure we're prepped and ready to go. But I mean, is that something that they carry? Any of that?
I'm not sure if they actually carry it right now. I can double check, and if not, we can arrange all of that to be set up. We would probably have to ship that from Omaha to there and maybe see where that goes as well. I just have to double check.
So what type of total lead time are we talking then from your manufacturer to the distributor? And then I'm assuming we're gonna have to find our own contractor because your distributor's not doing the installation, right?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna have to schedule our own contractor to do the installation. So what's the lead time they're not through your distributor?
That is something that I can ask them as well. Do you guys have any deadlines for this project specifically?
Yes, we're planning on getting going about end of March, 1st of April. And we'll be doing some dirt work, and then this will be really about the first thing that has to go in. So I would say by mid-April, we're gonna have to have a plan in place, or we're gonna have to have some product on site. So we're not too far away.
Yeah, I guess the other thing is there any special installation procedures?
Any special training?
Yeah, to install this.
So with SAD, we actually have videos on how to install this, and you can actually take courses too as well and have those employees go with it, but we have everything on our online with videos that go on how to kind of install that, and we have seminars and kind of some trainings on how to do all that. So that can get covered by some of those videos, and
No special certifications are required.
not that I know of.
EPA state they on board with this. Has it been approved through them to use?
Yep.
So kind of going back to the installation stuff, I mean, so then we have to rely on whoever we subcontract with for them to watch the videos to supposedly do it right. So what I guess what I'm getting at is once it's installed, we've got 6 inches of concrete over the top of this stuff and there's problems. I don't want to be playing a bird dog trying to chase down whose fault this is. Where does that go? Who's going to take responsibility for this?
Well, so far we haven't had one of ours go bad, but I guess we've had great luck with them getting set up and put in and no bad luck yet. So it's really reliable product, and I think that it could go a long way in this parking lot.
I think he's more worried on a lot of installation, like since we have to find someone to install it, we have to make them watch training videos and learn.
If they're unfamiliar with the product, how do we make sure it's installed properly? I mean, you guys send a rep out to,
I can do that
to
if that's
perform
something that you
inspections or-
guys are wanting, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah, because once that concrete's down,
yeah,
I think it's expensive after that if we're gonna take it out.
yeah, then we have to start the fun game of whose responsibility who gets to pay for it. I don't think any of us ever want to go down those roads, so.
Yeah, I can definitely get that set up too.
I guess cleaning, so these just have these top grade, that's, what's your plan for cleaning these out, how do you guys go about that?
I am not sure on the whole cleaning process. I can definitely get back to you
Like
on.
just the main basin of this per se.
Yeah, is there a lot of maintenance involved with it?
Not that I know of.
Okay. So once it's installed, we really don't have a whole lot to worry about.
Nope.
Okay.
So I noticed on your drawing here, you're calling out 6-inch thickness on the concrete. Is that because your engineering group's taken into account the lack of support in under here, or where did you guys come up with that number at? You know,
I am not sure. These are all of kind of the,
Does that help with the drainage or?
yes.
I would be concerned since we're taking out a lot of support underneath the parking lot by putting these in here.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I think we definitely need to make sure that, you know, it's a structurally sound system so we're not tearing something up.
Do they just
And
flip out together on these? You just snap together or what?
Yes, and most of the time
Yeah.
there's usually a hole right there, and you'll actually put a little
It's holding together.
yeah. And we actually suggest that too, just to make sure that they're really.
Just not sure that
Oh shit.
these can replace the support of the soil that we're taking out underneath there.
Yeah. I mean, do they,
All of
Yeah.
can they, I mean, does it have to be 30 inches down or
That's what it's recommended.
that's a recommended?
And these are the Storm Tech. They do really good in all different weather, so it's perfect for the seasons that Nebraska gets and all of the different weathers. So
How deep is that? If we're at 30 inches to the top, how deep is the bottom? Just to make sure we're staying out of that frost.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
How tall is the system? So if we're 30 inches above, is it like a 36-inch deep? I guess what I want to make sure
We're
is,
talking here, they got 6-inch slab with 4-inch into
From 30 to the bottom.
And whatever the height of that is.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that what we don't run into is, you know, some freeze-thaw issues where. You know, if we do get some, snow melt, excuse me, get some snow melt and, you know, it drains down there, it hasn't, soaked away, it freezes, so.
Yeah.
Well, I apologize, we actually do have another meeting coming up we have to run to, but we do appreciate you bringing your information in today.
Yeah,
Good to see the drawings.
thank you.
Yeah,
so
I
much.
appreciate bringing in the visuals, I think it's, definitely helpful.
I would love to get in contact with you guys later too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we
Yeah, I
can.
think we can set up another meeting and you know, you've got some action items that we identified that you could, you know, give you time to get some answers to.
Definitely. Would you like me to book that kind of with Kathy?
Yeah, as you walk out, I think she can handle that. Yeah.
Okay, definitely. I will give her a call and kind of set up that follow-up meeting too.
All right, sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Nice to meet you. Nice
It's
to meet you.
really nice meeting you. Thank you.
Thanks.